So welcome back, friends. We have made some significant gains over the past couple of weeks, both in terms of the account and also from a production standpoint. As you can no doubt tell from this crisp, clear audio quality, I've moved away from the gaming headset and I've actually got a proper mic now. I mean, not, a really high-end one, but it's got a little stand and everything. So, this is marking an increase in production value. So anyway, hopefully that's a noticeable improvement, and there's no more white noise static going on in the background. That was my biggest problem with the last setup.
The setup might even lend itself to doing a little bit of ASMR for you, if I want to take the channel down that route.
So what am I doing in the desert? This is all in post, by the way. Even though recording live is sometimes preferable, just because things are the most genuine and off the cuff. But if I'm recording for longer stints, then it isn't really practical to have the sound running as well. I think for some of these I just sort of left the video running and focused on other things. So this is the director's commentary. Anyway, so why am I in the desert? I had a gigantic galaxy-brained idea. As you would no doubt know from my fishing, I've been getting strength and agility XP. What that's done has made my combat stats very lopsided. I was saying in another video that I'm basically a pure just because I've got no attack or defense and something like 60 strength. And so I thought it would be only appropriate if I was to get a weapon to reflect this. And originally I was thinking Warhammers, the Rune Warhammer, but the only place you could buy one is from one of the Fremnik shops, and so before you can do that you have to do all of the Fremnik quests, which have all these skill requirements. But then it hit me, if I'm a pure, I should go for the ultimate pure weapon, and that is of course the maul. Not very efficient to go about this. I mean, in the time it's going to take me to try and get one, I could easily just buy an Addy sword and train up attack and defense, and then buy a dragon long. But this account it's not about being meta, and it's certainly not about being efficient. So that's the goal. And to do that, I need runes. And to buy runes, I need money. And as we covered in the last video, the best way of making money for me at this point, at least that I'm aware of, is agility pyramid. So I'm going to be grinding that out. And there we are, ended up well over 100k. Close to 150, but no time to enjoy it because we're off to spend that straight on runes. Alright, so we got our runes, and now we're going to be blasting the little rock tsar things, because they drop it. It's a 1 in 512 chance according to the wiki. But on the plus side, they also drop the Obby shield and the Obby cape. I don't really want the shield, but the cape would be very nice to get. I could... Another option that occurred to me, since I did want to go on this grind, would be just to buy it, because I know if you have the gloves from the Karumja Diary and you buy Chaos or Death Runes, you can sell it to them for their own currency and then use that to buy the hammer from their shop. And you know, it would actually be more efficient to do it that way. I'd crunch the numbers in terms of how much I'd spend on casting the spell. How much I would spend buying enough casts to hit the drop rate versus how much I would spend buying enough Chaos or Death Runes to just sell off to the shop and then just straight up buy one. But I really wanted the magic XP, and that makes it all worth it. Maybe I'll change my mind, but for now, I'm just happy. I'm getting crazy amounts of mage XP as well, and I'm happy to just keep it up. That said, I did want to make a few upgrades to my setup if I was going to be maging for potentially quite a long time, if I get unlucky, or even if I just hit the drop rate, it still looks like it could take quite a while. So I wanted to first of all get my crafting level up, which is what I'm doing here. I originally started trying to use the bowstrings as well to get up a bit of fletching, but it just slowed the whole thing down so much that that in the end I decided to just drop all the bowstrings, and that was actually pretty fast, to be honest. Bowstrings at this level, it only took a few trips. So 2 upgrades that I wanted the crafting levels for. One was the Amulet of Magic, which is very simple. You just need a cut sapphire and a ball of wool. The other, though, was the Xerxian robes, also known as salad robes. I don't have a good way to get Mystic, even though I have the level to use them. So that was the best mage gear that was obtainable. That said, it didn't end up being all that obtainable, especially the first try. Oh yeah, before you could even start, you needed the Shazian favor to be at least 5%. So I was running around getting bandages. And then when I finally got down to start fighting them, because they have both range and a melee attack, you can't really safe spot them, especially in this area, and I got absolutely demolished. I think with a full inventory of supplies, I only got 1 or 2. It's a 1 out of 14 drop to get the fabric, so, and I need I think 11 pieces for the full set. So rethinking the strategy a bit, I went over to, there's a ruin near where Castle Wars is, and you can get a single dose of super anti-poison. So I was just hopping around between worlds and grabbing those. And then I was over on the other side of Zaya, near, it's called like Land's End, I think. Just because I saw on the map that there was a lobster fishing spot there. So I could get food as needed. And that worked a little better, but still not all that great. Because, I mean, they still hit pretty hard. And so I was running back and forth to get food a lot. But then I found this place slightly to the north and that was an absolute game changer because it was multi-combat, and the guards, the Shazian warriors, would be the ones taking aggro and taking the hits. So I could run around tagging as many of them as needed, without taking too much damage myself and getting all the drops. As soon as I found this spot, I was set.
La 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 la. Whenever I'm hungry and eating, I know salad is not missing, no matter if lunch or something else. Without salad it makes no sense. I want it now, give it to me. Give me the salad, please, baby. I want it now, give it to me. Give me the salad, please, baby. Whenever I want to eat healthy, salad is gonna be plenty. No matter what kind of it I eat, it is better than any meat. I want it now, give it to me. Give me the salad, please, baby. I want it now, give it to me. Give me the salad, please, baby. Whenever I eat without salad, there is something that makes me sad. No matter if cabbage or lettuce, salad is better in its juice. So listen to me, I want a big salad dressing. So listen to me, I want a big salad dressing. I want it now, give it to me. Give me the salad, please, baby. I want it now, give it to me. Give me the salad, please, baby.
Alright, and thanks a lot to Lucinio for putting together that absolute banger of a jam all the way back in 2014. I'll link the song in the description below. It's criminally underrated. And then slightly out of chronological order, but to get the Amulet of Magic, because I still don't have 40 mining to mine the gold myself, we went to Varrock and Telly grabbed one of the gold bars out of the downstairs area of the vault to use with our sapphire, and then we needed cosmic runes. And fun fact, a lot of the rune shops around the game don't stock cosmic runes as part of their standard inventory. There's a few different options, but I decided to go out into the mage arena. You can see the strat here is to deliberately die to the stinging nettles. So I'm not risking my precious bare feet or anything like that. And then, after you die back in Lumbridge, quickly pickpocket enough to grab an axe, and then use the canoe to get back to Edgeville. And then get there, grab the money, and head out into the wilderness. I would have been miffed if I'd lost the 100k, but I mean, I just would have been more time that I had to spend back at the agility pyramid, so it wasn't a huge deal. But we ended up making it with no problems. And then once you're out here, I felt like a kid in a candy store with all of these different kinds of rare runes that you can't easily get at the early stages of the game. And even though it wasn't the reason I came out here in the first place, I decided just to load up on lore runes while I had the chance, because they're going to be very important for training construction and that sort of thing, and just for getting around the map. And I still don't have a good way of getting many of them unlocked at the moment. So I just loaded up. And then back to the old trusty pyramid, just to make back some of the money again. One thing I realized is I should probably focus on getting graceful before I grind out too much more, just because having the extra run will make such a big difference if I'm going for more than 100k or so at the time. So that might be what I focus on next before I go even further, just grinding out money. So that said, I got about 200k and I wanted to at least try my new setup back at the Tsar volcano. And could instantly feel a difference. It was a whole lot better. I was killing them with about 30 chaos runes instead of 50 or so before. I might even use some of the death rune strikes if I keep doing this, assuming that isn't too expensive. But yeah, I think going for the mage setup was definitely the right call if I'm going to keep doing this. Going after that obsidian maul, or the Tsar Get as the game calls it. Yeah. And just to finish on a little success, I ran out of runes because I only brought about 200. It was basically just to try the setup. I was almost dead. Thought maybe I could staff bash, flinch him, get the kill. No such luck. Alright, that's probably an appropriate place to leave this episode. So, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.